RiRi and A$AP Rocky finally reveal shocking details of their wedding plans. What if I told you that after years of rumors, secret hints, emotional interviews, cryptic jewelry, and non-stop speculation, Rihanna and A$AP Rocky may have finally given the world the biggest confirmation fans have been waiting for? And no, this isn't just another celebrity rumor. Because according to what fans are piecing together, what insiders are whispering, and what the couple themselves may have subtly revealed, RiRi and Rocky's wedding plans may be way more serious, way more emotional, and way more shocking than anyone expected. We're talking a possible private island ceremony, an ultra-exclusive guest list packed with A-list celebrities, secret fashion details that could change the wedding industry overnight, and one deeply emotional reason why Rihanna may be taking her time before officially saying, "I do." But what truly has fans in tears tonight is the idea that this wedding may not just be about luxury, fame, or headlines. It may actually be about healing, loyalty, family, and a love story that survived the chaos of fame. Because for the first time in a long time, RiRi and A$AP Rocky may finally be ready to let the world in. And once you hear the details, you may never look at this couple the same way again. So before we get into it, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Rihanna and A$AP Rocky are secretly already engaged, or even secretly planning the wedding right now? Because what's coming up is honestly wild. Section 1: Why fans think this is finally happening. For years now, Rihanna and A$AP Rocky have had one of the most fascinating love stories in the entertainment world. Not because they constantly overshare. Not because they post everything. And definitely not because they've been chasing attention. Actually, that's part of what makes their relationship so powerful. They've always moved differently. Quietly. Carefully. Intentionally. While other celebrity couples were out here giving staged interviews, doing forced red carpets, or turning every romantic moment into a social media event, Rihanna and Rocky seemed to build something far deeper behind the scenes. Something private. Something real. And fans have noticed that from the very beginning. Because let's be honest, this was never just a random Hollywood fling. This wasn't one of those, cute for 6 months, celebrity pairings that disappears by awards season. No. The chemistry between Rihanna and Rocky always felt different. Like there was history there. Like there was patience. Like maybe, just maybe, this love had been growing long before the public truly understood it. And now, after becoming parents, after standing beside each other through pressure, headlines, scrutiny, and non-stop public obsession, fans believe the couple may have reached the moment where they're finally ready to take the next step. And if that's true, then this wouldn't just be another celebrity wedding. This would be the celebrity wedding event of the decade. Because if Rihanna gets married, the entire internet is stopping. Period. Section 2: The clues fans say they can't ignore. Now let's talk about the clues. Because if there's one thing Rihanna fans are going to do, it's investigate. And lately, social media has been flooded with theories that RiRi and Rocky are quietly dropping hints about a wedding that may already be in the works. The first clue: their energy. Yes, their energy. Because fans have noticed a major shift in how the two have been carrying themselves lately. There's been a softness. A calmness. A level of comfort and confidence that screams, "We're building something permanent." And then came the jewelry speculation. Because every time Rihanna steps outside, the internet basically becomes the FBI. One ring. One glance. One strategically placed hand photo. And suddenly everybody is zooming in, enhancing, screenshotting, and debating whether that finger is telling the whole story. At multiple appearances, fans have pointed out what they believe are subtle but intentional signals, rings, styling choices, symbolic accessories, and details that many believe are too consistent to be accidental. And let's not forget Rocky himself. Because when Rocky talks about Rihanna, he doesn't talk like a man who's casually dating one of the biggest women on earth. He talks like someone who already sees her as family. As home. As forever. And that's why people are convinced this isn't a maybe someday situation anymore. This feels like a couple who has already had the serious conversations. Already discussed the timeline. Already imagined the day. Already talked about what kind of wedding they'd want, and what kind of wedding they absolutely wouldn't want. Because if there's one thing we know about Rihanna, she's not doing anything basic. Nothing about this woman says, ordinary bridal package. Nothing. So if she's planning a wedding, it's going to be iconic. But also deeply personal. And that's where things start getting really interesting. Section 3, Why their wedding may look nothing like people expect. Here's where fans may be completely wrong. Because while the world is imagining some massive, over-the-top, paparazzi-filled spectacle, there's a growing belief that Rihanna and Rocky may go in the exact opposite direction. And honestly, that would make perfect sense. Because these two don't seem interested in proving anything to the public. They've already done the red carpets. Already done the fashion moments. Already dominated the culture. They don't need a giant public wedding to validate their love. If anything, they may want to protect it. Which is why many fans now believe their wedding plans may involve something extremely private, highly controlled, and almost impossible to access. We're talking a ceremony where phones may be banned. Where only their closest circle is invited. Where there are no leaks. No live streams. No random plus ones. No messy tabloid exclusives. Just family. Just loyalty. Just love. And if that happens, it would instantly make their wedding even more legendary. Because mystery is part of Rihanna's power. She understands how to create anticipation without saying a word. She knows how to make silence louder than 1,000 press releases. And Rocky? He seems perfectly aligned with that. He doesn't come across like someone trying to turn this into a circus. If anything, he seems like the kind of man who would want that day to feel sacred. Like something only a few people are lucky enough to witness. And honestly, that might be the most shocking detail of all. Because in an era where everybody shares everything, Rihanna and Rocky might be planning a wedding designed to protect intimacy instead of monetize it. And that says a lot about the kind of bond they may actually have. Section 4, The Private Island Rumor That Has Fans Losing It. Now let's get into the rumor that has absolutely set the internet on fire. Because one of the wildest theories circulating right now is that Rihanna and ASAP Rocky may be